Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Rndr, FET and Injective price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're going to start with a Rndr here on the 4 hours chart, where we of course have a potential bottom finished here in a diagonal, exactly in our box here, blue box of course, where we start to see a beautiful reaction here for Rndr with double 1-2 and a massive move toward the upside. Now we were looking for a wave 4. Of course, this wave 4 was clear for us that it was not enough here, and especially that nothing was impulsive in this area. Everything was corrective as well. Despite this, we saw of course a W, X and a Y here for a wave B hitting exactly our testing area for a wave B in the expanding flat. 3 ways down, 3 ways up, and we're looking for an expanding flat wave C toward the downside. The confluence for this target is of course between the 1.38, 1.618, the most common target for wave C here, which is in confluence again of course within the 0.38 and the 0.5 fib level taken from the wave 2 to the wave 3 as a retracement for wave 4. Therefore, we are looking for wave 5 after it to reach again the targets taken from the wave 1 based on the wave 3 to give us, of course, this area here within the common target $3 exactly for a Rndr that it might hit, of course, again. And of course, can be the lower or the uncommon target 0.618 also for Rndr, very likely as well. So by all means, I'm still corrective for Rndr. Despite this, on the micro level, we're gonna see of course lower prices that it might hit of course the 1.8 and around it, and we might see of course something pushing for higher again for a wave 5, and that because of course we got a correction here, definitely as an expanding flat. We should have finished here something impulsive and then dropping down in case we are bearish, something as of course an ABC or WX and Y. But this is not the case. This is a confirmation that this is correction, and we will of course push sooner or later towards this area one more time again. That's it for Rndr. Let's move for FET. FET as well is showing after this impulse here toward the upside. We got a potential 1-2 and a wave 3, and we're looking also for a wave 4. In this wave 4 as well, we see here 3 ways down, 3 ways up here without taking the high, and that means of course it's a typical regular flat. The typical regular flat will hit of course the 1-to-1 fib level or 1.05 fib level in confluence with the 0.38 for a wave 4 again, that it might finish up here in 3 waves and then pushing again for higher in a wave 5 for the target taken from the zone 1 based on the wave 3 to give us of course this common target at $0.35. It can be also the uncommon target 0.618 at 0.33 or $0.34 as well for FET. By all means as well, I'm looking here for something corrective still, especially that we took the 886 here. We didn't took the high, we took the 886. It is of course a regular flat, and finishing in a regular flat here of course meaning we are still corrective and we will push of course for higher sooner or later. Yep, so this is also regarding FET. For the bearish scenario, of course you want to break this area. Now if we break of course as this target, I would say it's a red flag. Yeah, if we break it down, it might be a red flag. It might be something much more deeper here. It can be something of course very complex possibility like potential like W, X and a Y, and start to pushing really down in 3 ways. But basically I would say that there is no reason to be very, very bearish here again, unless of course also there is a potential scenario where you might still be in a bigger ending diagonal here in case that this is going to happen. So it can be something like an A, B and a C here, zigzag formation and then continuation towards the downside to finish up of course kind of like an ending diagonal. Now, also, I would like to remind you a little bit on the daily that we need the time here, guys. We need the time as well. In case we want to finish this correction, we need exactly 0.618, at least FIP time here, to finish, of course, this correction in W and X here with a triangle and then a wave Y. Yeah, so we need the balance as the same structure here to repeat itself. Now we have half of it almost. It can be working right now on the wave B, or in case we are in an A and a wave B, and then we're looking for a wave C toward the downside. So therefore, yeah, we gotta be careful from this scenario as well. It can be this is a wave B, like A, B, and a wave C, and this is a diagonal that I'm talking about. Yeah, so this is also a possibility on the all-time history in case we are bearish. But currently on the micro level, I would say there is no reason to be very bearish yet, unless, of course, I break this area. Okay, red flag, breaking the 1-to-1 fib level, and especially if breaking this area, well, invalidation is very low there. But breaking this area, I would say, yeah, we might dive deeper there for FET. The final one we have here is Injective. For Injective as well, on the 4 hours chart, we are looking also at this final drop where we have finished here a double 1-2 potentially, and then wave 3, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5. Finished also in a diagonal there, and exactly in our blue box as supposed to be. And of course, we start to see a reaction on the 1 hour chart here, double 1-2, 3, 4, 5, 4 and a 5. So very nice finished impulse, I would say. Yeah, so everything looks great until here. Also there for a correction, I would say everything looks very, very corrective, especially with the sideways here. But very likely that we get the wave C still. Like, of course, we have tested our area and now we are failing it. Currently, we are failing this zone. And that means we're gonna, of course, move to the next zone as a testing area here for or between the 0.618, 0.786, the perfect fib level for a wave 2. And this will be in confluence, of course, within an A, B, and a C here. If the wave C is unfolding toward the downside, you can consider even the wave B here as a W, X, and a Y. And you start here over, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the downside. Or it can be, of course, a zigzag in a bigger W, X, and a wave Y. So to be watched, this area 4.74, 4.47 can be, of course, in precision $4.58. Our target here to push toward the upside again. And don't forget here the difference with Injective is it is a wave 2. So it is required to push very low. Yeah, it's not a wave 4 that it should be sideways or less aggressive, but it's a wave 2. So it might dive deeper and then pushing for higher later on. Yep, so these are the updates for Injective as well. Be careful, breaking this, of course, is definitely red flag. Yeah, so breaking the 0.786, then of course we're looking for a new low there. And it might be something much more bearish continuation, for a structure. We're gonna see it at that time. But let us pass this testing area first and we'll see what's gonna happen. That was it for Rndr, FET, and Injective. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.